Chelsea stunned 10-man Barcelona 3-0 in the UEFA Champions League. But we don't flipping care because it was Araujo's fault that actually went for that careless tackle on Cucurella that reduced Barcelona down to 10 men. So right now, all we are feeling is Chelsea and Chelsea Football Club. Right now, we are in cloud 9. But I felt for my very good friend who actually is undergoing double tragedy. He's a Manchester United fan, at the same time a Barcelona fan. Monday Night Football, Everton defeated Manchester United by 1-0. And on Tuesday night in the UEFA Champions League, Chelsea stunned FC Barcelona 3-0 in a tactical masterclass by Enzo Maresca and flawlessly executed by the players. It was indeed a flawless victory from start to finish. Even if FC Barcelona were 10 men in the pitch, I think Chelsea still would have won that particular encounter. Chelsea were just all over the place. The whole players came into the game, well understood the masterclass, the tactics of Enzo Maresca, and flawlessly executed the game plan. I must give kudos to Enzo Maresca for that tactical masterclass. I mean, Enzo Maresca was top-notch. From the starting 11, the selection, Enzo Maresca was spot on. The selection was spot on. Nobody would have thought that Enzo Maresca would have left out Joao Pedro and Liam Delap out of the starting place. Nobody would have thought that. Enzo Maresca set up the team in Chelsea typical 4-2-3-1 formation. And in goal was Robert Sanchez. The fullback was Malo Gusto. The left back, Marc Cucurella. The centre-back pairing was Wesley Fofana and Trevor Chalobah. The midfield pivot was Moses Caicedo and Reece James. The three attacking midfield through. The left wing was Alejandro Garnacho. The number 10 man was Enzo Fernandez. The right wing was Estavao William. And up front was Pedro Neto, who played as a false 9. And Chelsea executed the game plan of Enzo Maresca from start to finish. Well thought out masterclass and well executed by the player. The execution was flawless. Enzo Maresca took FC Barcelona to the cleaners. In fact, what I saw last night is just the best performance of Chelsea Football Club under the Clay Lake ownership. The best performance I have seen in Chelsea colour since the takeover of the Blue Co. The victory last night against FC Barcelona became more easier than the Club World Cup final we actually played against Paris Saint-Germain. This is the same Barcelona that came for this particular encounter. On Monday night, refused to train for the fear of not being spied. I thought they were actually coming with something different. I thought they were actually coming with something, with a tactics, with a clinical tactics that we have not seen before in football. If this is the reason, if what Barcelona actually put up last night at Stamford Bridge is why they actually refused to train, believe me, if they put up this kind of performance in the Premier League, Barcelona will not make the top 10 in the Premier League. Barcelona performance last night was awful. It was awful. And why? The reason is simple. Chelsea executed the plan of Enzo Maresca from start to finish. Marc Cucurella was just everywhere. Marc Cucurella was everywhere. From the right flank, Marc Cucurella with his right foot gave Chelsea the goal. And that own goal was well slotted by Joe Kounde. And that was how Chelsea went up front from a Joe Kounde own goal. And Chelsea became in total control of the game. Chelsea were in total control of that particular encounter. Throughout the whole game, the whole Chelsea players, there was no one mistake that was spotted from any of those players, as Chelsea dominated FC Barcelona from start to finish with a masterclass tactics of Enzo Maresca. In goal was Robert Sanchez. Nothing much actually troubled Robert Sanchez, as the centre-back pairing, the defensive pivot, were all there, giving Robert Sanchez that needed shield. Talking about Malo Gusto, the 45 minutes Malo Gusto actually played in the first half of that particular encounter, I think Malo Gusto was excellent. Not giving Ferran Torres any space, any breathing space to actually make any threats. That was how just Chelsea executed the game excellently. Ferran Torres was just nowhere in that particular game. Just the same way in the left back. Oh my God, oh my God. What on earth did Marc Cucurella actually do to Lamine Yamal? Marc Cucurella is a left back out of this world. That was a total masterclass performance, man of the match performance by Marc Cucurella. Marc Cucurella single-handedly, he opened his pocket, checked where Lamine Yamal did, and actually placed Lamine Yamal. Pocket Lamine Yamal, padlocked it with a heavy chain and locked it. Lamine Yamal was nowhere in that particular encounter. What a player Marc Cucurella was last night. No mistake. Take his man to the cleaner. Locked him up. Lamine Yamal was locked up. Put inside the pocket of Marc Cucurella. Marc Cucurella executed the game plan, not giving Lamine Yamal any breathing space to actually make any threats on Chelsea defense line. It was a tactical game plan and well executed, well understood by Marc Cucurella. Marc Cucurella was a beast and Lamine Yamal was well locked up. No space for Lamine Yamal to actually make any threat in that particular encounter. Talking about the midfield pivot of Moses Caicedo and Reece James. Reece James, the team captain, he was excellent. Awesome. Reece James was everywhere in that particular encounter. When Chelsea are going up front in attack, Reece James are always there, giving that desired shield the defense line needs, as Moses Caicedo actually gives that needed support up front that the team needed, alongside with Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea was all over the place against FC Barcelona. Chelsea was all over the place. It was a beauty of a game. It was a total masterclass. Flawless victory against FC Barcelona. Flawless victory against FC Barcelona. It was actually good to see the beauty of game that Chelsea actually played. And coming into the second half, after that 1-0 lead in the first half, Estavao William, oh my God. Estavao William is a born footballer. One thing about this young lad is cool-headed, calm, very intelligent, brilliant on the ball. Estavao William, that second goal was well executed. Look at the pace, the energy, and the finishing was out of this world. Estavao William passed through in between two defense lines with strength, with pace and energy, and finished that ball in a tactical masterclass way. What a beauty of a goal scored by Estavao William. Estavao William stunned FC Barcelona with a powerful goal to give Chelsea the second goal, and Chelsea went up 2-0 in that particular encounter. Enzo Maresca went on to make a couple of changes in that particular encounter of the night as Chelsea were cruising on a high. Enzo Maresca brought on Andre Santos and take out Malo Gusto. That was a tactical game plan. Malo Gusto at this point was already on a yellow card, and in the 49th minute, just to avoid getting the second yellow and red card, Enzo Maresca took off Malo Gusto, brought in Andre Santos, because this time around, it actually tended to reduce the defensive-minded way, because already FC Barcelona were already down to 10 men. So we needed to reduce that strength, and for the fact that Malo Gusto is already on yellow card, and what did Enzo Maresca do? Pull off Malo Gusto, bring on Andre Santos and Reece James down to right back, and that was just how Chelsea executed the game plan. In the 59th minute, Liam Delap actually came on for Alejandro Garnacho. Jimmy Gittin also came on for Pedro Neto, and George Achampong at the 82nd minute came on for Reece James. So that's what the substitute that Chelsea actually made in the second half of that particular encounter, because now we needed the goals. We needed to attack Barcelona even more. So Malo Gusto taken out because already it's on yellow card, just for caution, in order not to get the second yellow. Reece James down to right back. Andre Santos became the center pairing with Moses Caicedo. Liam Delap brought in now as a natural striker. Pedro Neto taken out, because when Chelsea started the game in a very tactical approach, knowing fully well that the Barcelona team are always a high-line flying team. So what they do is they attack you very well. And what did Chelsea do? How did Enzo Maresca approach the game? He approached it with pace and energy, bringing on players that he knows that whenever Barcelona actually lost the ball, we can be able to break back. We can be able to break Barcelona through counterplay, and that was why Chelsea attack line was having Alejandro Garnacho full of pace and energy, Pedro Neto, Estavao William, and Fernandez up front. So that was a well tactical worked out plan for that particular game. But it turned out that FC Barcelona came to the bridge were just a shadow of themselves, and in the 73rd minute, Enzo Fernandez, selfless, unselfish, beautifully laid a pass across to Liam Delap, who actually got his first Champions League goal coming from Championship with Ipswich Town, to get his first Champions League goal with Chelsea Football Club. What a beauty of a night. Enzo Fernandez all over the place. Put up a man of the match performance as well against FC Barcelona. Chelsea were just out of this world. The performance of the team was top notch. Every player understood the role they were to play that particular night. I mean, the defense line, the midfield, the attacking midfielders, and up front, it was a tactical masterclass by Enzo Maresca, and well executed by the players. It was a beauty of a game last night. All the players were just at their best. I mean, kudos to every player out there that actually gets the job done for Chelsea Football Club. If you take a look at the statistics in that particular game, Chelsea were all over the place. The expected goal ratio for Chelsea was 1.89, while the expected goal ratio for FC Barcelona was 0.79. And if we take a look at that particular encounter, Chelsea had total shots of 15 at goal, while Barcelona had only 5. Shot on target for Chelsea was 6. FC Barcelona had only 2 shots on target. Even the statistics actually shows how Chelsea executed the game plan of Enzo Maresca in order to just destroy FC Barcelona at Stamford Bridge. And it goes to show what we, the fans, have always been saying. When it comes to the big occasion, Enzo Maresca knows how to mastermind the game plan. And that is just one thing we are always longing for. We want to see this consistency that Enzo Maresca will bring into the game and ensure that Chelsea are getting results. From onset, even before the campaign started this season, I said it. I said, Chelsea going into this league season, we have the squad. My only fear was just the Chelsea defense line. And last night, what we saw from the defensive pairing of Wesley Fofana and Trevoh Chalobah, I mean, it was excellent. Flawless, no mistake. Chelsea now have gone 4 straight matches without conceding, scoring 9 goals in the process with the pairing of Wesley Fofana and Trevoh Chalobah in 3 of those matches. And the last game we defeated Burnley, the pairing was Tosin Adarabioyo and Trevoh Chalobah. So one thing I've noticed is that we are beginning to get that understanding, that best pairing in our defense line in Trevoh Chalobah and Wesley Fofana. And it was just good to see that Chelsea were all over Barcelona, defeated Barcelona, taking Barcelona to the cleaners, defeating them 3-0 in Stamford Bridge in the UEFA Champions League. This was just what I expected. Even though in my match preview I predicted Chelsea to defeat Barcelona by 2-1, I was even thinking with the attack threat, attack mindedness that Barcelona are, they will be able to get a goal at Stamford Bridge. But Chelsea were rock solid at the back and in the midfield. One man I mustn't fail to mention is Moses Caicedo. Moses Caicedo is just the engine room of Chelsea Football Club. How he wins tackles effortlessly, the way he does it is just magical. Moses Caicedo, one man that Chelsea is blessed to have, I must say. Moses Caicedo is a gift. Initially, when we bought in £150 million, it was looking like Chelsea have just actually gone to the market to get one sort of a player that doesn't want it. But today, Moses Caicedo worth every bit of penny that Chelsea actually paid to get him from Brighton. And that is just what Moses Caicedo has become in Chelsea Football Club. And Enzo Fernandez, top-notch midfielder, I must say, getting the job done whenever Chelsea needs him in big occasion. He's always rising up to the occasion to make sure Chelsea are flying very high. So, who was your man of the match in that particular game? You can drop your thoughts down below. One advice I have for Marc Cucurella: you've done the job against Lamine Yamal. I mean, Lamine Yamal is just a small bone compared to the bigger bone coming at the weekend, talking about Bukayo Saka. So you can let go Lamine Yamal from your pocket in order to create enough space so you can accommodate Bukayo Saka. The big one is coming in the weekend as we look up to that game against Arsenal Football Club, the league leaders in the English Premier League. Thank you very much for watching, and catch you in my next video. Bye.